The Princess and the Fog by Lloyd Jones. Once upon a time, there was a princess. She loved to read. She loved to play outside with her friends. She loved school. She loved to ride her horses. She loved her loyal subjects. She loved her mom and dad, the king and queen. She was loved by all in turn, for she was smart, beautiful, brave, honest, and kind. She had everything a little girl could ever want, and she was happy. That is, until the fog came. It happened slowly, so slowly that nobody really noticed at first. One by one, the strange dark clouds came to the princess, following her and gradually gathering around her head. As time went on, it got worse and worse. The clouds kept gathering and growing. Eventually, her whole head was surrounded by a deep dark fog that she could hardly see out of anymore. But still, nobody noticed. She started to feel completely alone, even when she wasn't. The fog made the princess feel slow, sad, and tired. She had trouble concentrating on or doing even the simplest of things. Suddenly, everything seemed really difficult. All the things she used to love to do, she suddenly didn't feel like doing anymore. So she just stopped doing them. Finally, the king and queen began to see the fog. They wanted to help the princess, but they didn't know how. They tried to get rid of the fog, but it wouldn't go away. The king and queen just wanted the princess to be happy, but nothing could stop her from feeling sad. They didn't know what to do, but they kept trying. One day, a friend from school came to the castle to ask the princess if she wanted to go out and play. "Sarah, just got a new basketball. You want to play?" But the princess didn't feel like playing. No, she didn't feel like doing anything. The next day, her friend came to the castle again to ask the princess if she wanted to read comics together. The new issue of Squid Boy and aloud came out today. But the princess didn't feel like reading comics. She didn't feel like doing anything. No. The day after that, her friend came back again to ask the princess if she wanted to watch some TV together. There's a really good episode of... But the princess didn't feel like watching TV. No. So her friend asked the princess if she wanted to talk. At first, the princess wasn't sure. She found it difficult and didn't know what to say. But little by little, she began to talk. The princess found that the more she talked about the fog, the better she felt. So they talked and talked and talked. They talked all night, but she still had more to say. She talked to her friends, and she talked to her parents. She talked to her teacher and anyone else who would listen. Some just listened, but some had similar things to say. Some of them even had ideas of ways they could help. Her teacher told her to go out and see adventurers who took her exploring in the fresh air and sunshine. They also helped her set a daily challenges for herself. Completing the challenge every day helped her to feel healthier and happier. The king and queen took her to the castle druid. They talked up about the fog and he brewed up some potions for her to try. Her friends told her about the 1,000-year-old wise woman who told her that fog like this had been seen in the kingdom before. It often followed people who felt sad or lonely or had been treated badly, but sometimes it came for no obvious reason at all. It wasn't easy to make the fog go away, but it helps to talk about it and do the things that make you feel happy. The princess had no idea there were so many people in her life who would be willing to help her, or even just to listen to her when she needed to talk. Suddenly, she didn't feel so alone anymore. With all the help and support of the people of the kingdom, the fog started to disappear bit by bit, just as gradually as it had come. Things started to go back to normal after that. Everyone was happy to see the princess back to her old self again. But that's not the end of the story. Every now and then the dark clouds would start to come back, but when they did, she knew where to turn.